Cinemas across the UK are shuttered, empty and dark. You can't be disappointed by a massive turkey or delighted by an unexpected gem in the popcorn-scented dark. In a year where even James Bond got furloughed, can the Strictly Movie Night special revive the spirit of the silver screen? Welcome to episode 4 of series 5 of the Keep Dancing podcast. I'm Ellie and I'm your host. Tonight I'm joined by Elliot, Meg, Anne and AJ to see who's mounting a For Your Consideration campaign this awards season. We're your 100% unofficial, unexpurgated, unauthorised source of Strictly Come Dancing analysis and opinions. We aren't neutral. We are not always polite. But we are ready to shout, "Cut!" as soon as the action is over. If you'd like to get in touch with us, email us at keepdancingpodcast@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter and Instagram at @keepdancingpod. And a big hello to people on podcast radio. And wait until the end of the episode. Stick with us for the result of the Every Strictly Result Ever tea towel poster giveaway. Movie week. Oof. Do you miss
we got through it.
Do you miss going to the pictures?
Not now.
Not after that.
I don't want to see any of those movies.
What's the best film that's not been movie weeked?
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Oh, it's a bit dark, but Donnie Darko, that's a brilliant film, and you could do a really dark couple's choice to it.
A sort of, or how about a sort of a really non-sexy rumba with one person in a rabbit costume from Mad World?
I mean, yeah, you could do that as well, but I was thinking like a dark contemporary, and also the bunny costume kind of like has a hole in the eye as well, so it's a bit more Halloween than movies. But it could work.
I mean,
it's hard though, because so many of the movies that they choose are actually things that should be in musicals week.
Yes.
True. So I think ideally for movies week, you're looking for something with an iconic look and a strong soundtrack that's not necessarily a musical.
Yes.
Yeah, you want the photo to instantly. You want a photo that instantly signifies what they're going to be doing, like film-wise.
Which is why I'm proposing that next year's movie night is just Hackers. Just everybody does a song from Hackers.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. I love that movie so much.
So formative in many respects.
So hilarious to watch as someone who now works in computing.
Well, anyway, let's prepare to hack the Gibson of...
Hack the planet! Hack the planet!
I swore I wasn't going to become one of those podcasters who deals exclusively in 20-plus-year-old movie references. But here I am. Let's get going because, boy howdy, there's a lot of them. Dancing the Jive that introduced me to the PG version of the lyrics to Greased Lightning, it's Nicola Adams and her partner Katya.
Yeah, I did wonder how they were going to handle some of those lyrics.
The chicks the chicks will what, will they?
It's a real what wagon? I was wondering if the Kling film was going to come out.
Oh dear.
But this jive wasn't great, and
No.
I severely doubt Nicola's now going to be in the final because she had the same issue we said from day one. Her shoulders are rounded, so she's not opening up because of her boxing. So Katya needs to basically do what Oti did to Bill and just hammer her to a cross, basically, and get her frame sorted. That's the only way it's going to fix it. 'Cause she's so hunched in. She needs to, push her chest out. She was a bit flat-footed. And also, I'm getting quite bored of the switching of the follower and the leader, because when Katya is now following, Nicola can't lead her. So
Yeah.
Katya is leading herself, and it was really evident last night. And also that them rolling around on like the skaterboard things at the end was just so half-assed. I was like, just cut that bit. Just do a knee slide instead. You didn't need to roll across the floor.
And the central crime in any routine to Grease Lightning is not doing like a hand jive or a kick section bit, for the clapping section. It's just like
That looks so lame.
sometimes you have to do route one.
Yeah.
Oh, and questionable lip syncing again from Katya.
It was much better in the dance-off.
It was, and it was less better than Jackie's last week, but still.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I think the thing that will make it never quite look like Nicola is dancing is that she doesn't finish her moves off. She's
Yes.
just putting her arm out mechanically rather than dancing her arm out, and like it pains me that Craig Revel Horwood is right.
As your dance expert is correct.
Yes.
I did like the synchronized hair combing though.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Like, Strictly needs more drag king content. Like, Life
They
needs
do.
more drag king content.
Mm-hmm.
A hickey from Kaniki.
I mean, sidebar, there's an amazing drag king called Landon Cider, who did a
I beg your pardon?
Yeah,
I barely know her.
yeah. That's her name, and she did basically sort of like a drag horror show called Dragula last year, and she is incredible, and was the first ever drag king on the show, and I think actually won it.
Nice.
But again, amazing, and yes, we need more drag king content. And sorry if you've now got to boing that out.
No, it's fine. Like all drag names, it's just on the right side. It's just broadcastable. But so Nicola lives to fight another day. What should she do next, and what will she do next?
She should have a ballroom routine where she is man from start to finish, in my opinion, because she's been billed as the leader, because and you know that's how she wanted to do it. She said she wanted to be the same-sex partnership. She asked Strictly, and if she wants to be in the man's parole and do all this, she needs to do it properly and give all ladies dancing a fair shot. Because the main issue people have with Nicola online at the minute in the dancing world, which I've seen, is it's not showcasing all ladies competitive dancing correctly and properly. So it's not showing people it's actually like on the dancing world, and they just need to blend the worlds a bit more.
The judges seem to really like Foxtrots this year, so maybe something like a really just sort of technical, no messing about, just start to finish Foxtrot.
She can wear a cravat and a suit, because up north the girls wear like suits or they wear waistcoats and they wear men's shoes because they can drive off the hill better when they're dancing man than a woman's heel, and just put Katya in a nice dress even if it's the same colour, but just something that signifies that a bit more.
Yeah,
if that's what they've like harped on about since September, they need to now showcase it properly.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Well,
we await with bated breath tunes on Tuesday when she'll be revealed to be doing like a Charleston or something.
Oh no.
Dancing the American Smooth, and not so much going into the unknown, but the 5% of the screen not occupied by imaginary ice castle. It's Maisie Smith and her partner, Gorka. Are the graphics that totally obscure your big lip, are they supposed to be a treat, or are they supposed to be, like, hindering you?
Maybe like the dress that was like hiding a million sins. Maybe they were doing the same with the CGI and the dry ice.
I had another proper moment when Shirley started on about the dress hiding a multitude of sins.
Since
We said it, Shirley. We said.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it was no Channing Tatum as Elsa. No, you know, that's the bar it had to cross.
I mean, very fair point.
And also hampered by going for a lesser known variant of the Elsa dress.
Yes.
Yes.
And I don't... So, like, Into the Unknown and Let It Go are both really atypical Disney songs because they have these sort of recitative intros and then a big chorus for flinging your arms about. But it's not typical song structure.
No.
No, I really wondered how they were going to do it, and again, I said this to my best friend who's a fantastic ballroom dancer, better than me by miles, and I said their dances Into the Unknown, how will that work? And he's like, it does just about, and he did say it wasn't as bad as he was expecting, but that's mainly from the singers, but then again, he's the biggest Disney fan I ever know, and he was like, it's no Indina Menzel, but who is, let's be honest.
Well, you can't get Idina in every time.
It wasn't bad, but again, I just feel nothing when I watch Maisie dance. I think that's my show. I'm like, it's fine, it's there. The wig was awful, but we knew it. Did they spray Gorka's hair though, or was that just the lighting?
I think it was just the lighting.
Okay.
I did wonder if maybe they'd gone for pink because blue and that lighting and the wig would have actually made her look like a zombie. And it's not Halloween week. Even though it felt like it a bit later on.
Anne, have we had you yet?
No, well, I mean, I didn't mind it. Again, I wasn't really feeling her or the dance. I really didn't like the side-by-side bits. It felt really jerky and kind of over-dramatic, and I just wish she'd have at least stayed in hold a little bit more.
She's an extremely pow, pow, pow
Yes.
character, and I think I was hoping for something a little bit calmer and smoother.
Yeah.
No, not from her. Not at the minute.
No.
Anyway, she's got Cha-Cha next week.
Technique dance, that's going to be fun, because this is now when they start mentioning technique a lot more.
Well, the comments she's gonna get are, well, you really sold it and you've got lovely chemistry, but you do need to straighten your legs.
Yeah.
Which is a massive thing.
And to be fair, the bar for Cha-Cha at the minute has been, oh god, it's literally been Bill, Clara, Jamie and Harvey who've done a Cha-Cha, so the bar is quite low to be the best Cha-Cha so far.
All you have to do is not be dressed as a gnome.
Yeah, the theming doesn't kill you should be fine, but, I think it's going to be a very frantic, intense Cha-Cha, and we're not going to see the straightening of the legs perfectly, unless she, really buckles down this week, because Cha-Cha is the one that exposes so many people on the show, we've said that before. So many people go out in the Cha-Cha, because it's really difficult to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's so cruel that it used to be the first dance that everybody did. Meg?
Yeah. I was just going to say, it's also going to depend on what song they give them. Because sometime that can make or break a Cha-Cha even more than the...
It could be literally anything.
It could be like any chart song with a 4/4 timing, probably Lady Gaga or Dua Lipa is what they're going to give her.
Or somebody just sticks their hand into the record library and pulls out Fall Out Boy.
I would pay good money for a Fall Out Boy.
Gorka
Cha-Cha.
would try.
Oh, my Chem Cha-Cha.
Dancing a couple's choice and showing us that nothing is better than vaudeville. It's Caroline Quentin and her partner, Johannes.
I wanted to love this.
She's so stagey and I love her.
Yes. The way she came out and did that kind of intro was amazing. It's like being back in the theatre again.
I just wanted her to do the rest of the show.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
So how big a cast do you need to do Gypsy? Like, what's the minimum viable cast for Gypsy?
Oh, crumbs.
Crumbs. Quite a lot, I would have thought.
Yeah.
It's not an intimate show.
No. Well, there goes my plans for sending Caroline and Johannes round on a socially distant tour production.
It's not like, say, Singing in the Rain, which you could get away with doing like 4 people.
As long as one of them's Tom Holland.
As long as you've got Don, Cosmo, Kathy, and Lena, you can
do the rest with puppets.
Yeah.
Although I suggest that you shouldn't.
No.
I think this suffered from being an early slot and mainly being for the musical theatre devotees.
Which again, it's not a movie.
Well, quite.
I mean, it is a movie, but it was a Broadway stage first. Like Heidi on The Guardian, I am dying on this hill.
Yeah, and if Caroline had have saved this until musicals week,
Yes.
think how good it would have been. When she, like, at some point, she is going to learn how to really let go.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I was a bit like, oh, I really wanted to just, like what they said last week, it still felt a bit too safe. But she is becoming the safe control couple because it's the third week in a row she's got a 21, and I think that's a very solid score for, a row of sevens. And she's the only one who's got the same score every week.
But the same score every week is actually worse because of inflation.
Yeah.
And like Mama Rose,
there's no improvement.
Yeah, Mama Rose is such a sort of a role that you can really just tear up, and it's weird that she didn't.
I had to agree with Craig, and that pains me. But it was so small. Everything was so small.
Mm-hmm.
Movements were small. Personality was small. It's Mama Rose.
Yeah.
She's
It's
not
one of theatre's
small.
greatest monsters. Come on, do it.
Yeah.
Do we think
Ethel
she's...
Merman.
Do we think she's scared of looking a bit silly? Because that's what I said in week one, that her steps were a bit too small. Do you think it's even like nerves or scared to look a bit silly, just trying to do something very serious, and that's what's holding her back? Do we think she just needs to have like a samba or something where Johannes can be in all his camp glory and it brings out her side as well?
Yeah, give her her passo,
Yeah.
give her her samba, give her the Charleston where silly is like compulsory.
Yeah. Required
Yeah.
Yes.
by law.
Oof. And also, a little bit of Charleston score inflation,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway, Caroline safely through to
Yay.
next week. And did we hear what she was doing? I didn't
No.
write it down.
No, they were talking about how Johannes replaces lyrics with random noises, which is a typical
Oh,
dance
yes.
thing. So
It's just really good when Johannes does it. Dancing the Passadoble and writing reams and reams of Star Wars fix-it fic to get rid of Kylo Ren and his stupid baggy goth jumper. It's Jason Bell and his partner Luba. It really annoyed me, the end of this latest Star Wars trilogy. Ray Finn forever.
I just think that he was doomed from the moment they gave him his music.
Yeah.
How do you passo to that?
He was immediately placed over the
Sadly.
glittery trapdoor as soon as Tunes on Tuesday happened.
see, the annoying thing,
Ewoks were dancing around the fire.
yeah, and
Singing Yub Nub.
the annoying thing is that this time last year, a passo to the Imperial March got released and played on the dance circuit. I will find it and put it in the WhatsApp group later because it's brilliant and it's the literal Imperial March music and it works. And I was there.
Luba, bless her, though.
Aw.
Luba watching Star Wars films.
How has she,
She's quite busy. She's a dancer.
I know, but it's been around for 40-something years, and you can't move without someone making some sort of reference to it.
She's been dancing since she can walk.
It's never occurred to her that this would come up in her professional dance career. As something she needed to know.
I really liked her
dear.
hair, actually. I mean, it was Ray's hairstyle, but I thought it worked really well, actually, as a as a sort of stylistic choice for the dance. I wasn't sure about his costume. It looked every so often it looked like he was wearing skater shorts.
He had I know because he did a knee slide, but he had knee pads on. But the problem was because they weren't flush to his knee or strapped to his knee properly, it made it like he wasn't on straight legs, even if he was at times.
Yes,
I really
it did.
struggled to see if he was on straight legs or not because it was coming away from the outfit. And the John Sargent dragging step they put in. Why did Luba do that? I mean, it was better than John Sargent
Wasting
dragging Christina
time.
across the floor, but I was that wasn't needed.
Luba should probably have been Captain Phasma, actually. If we're going to be talking Star Wars canon, the person that Finn fights is Captain Phasma. So Luba should have been there in a big shiny breastplate with a helmet on.
Ooh.
There'll be complaints, I'm sure.
Oh god, I've just had a horrible thought for a movie week
What?
theme that I hope to never see.
What?
Zardos.
Ooh.
We've had Flash Gordon, so...
A gentleman's wax is not included. Yeah, poor Jason. Like,
Aw.
however much he was going to improve in the dance-off, I think
Yeah.
because Nicola managed to actually do the dance properly this time, even though, like, not with full gusto.
He was
like,
trying hard in the face, wasn't he? He was trying, and then everything else went to pot because he
Yeah.
was so much in the face.
I think the issue is he was so far in the bottom. I think it was at 7 points he was off the next one. So no
Oh,
matter who he
gosh.
was against, you're never going to make that up unless your opponent completely crumbles.
Yeah.
And even then, they would come up with some excuse to keep the other person.
Well, he now gets to go home to his family, and Luba made that really lovely speech about how it's fantastic that Strictly's even happening this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone
Yes.
who's doing stuff for it, etc.
Yeah.
I would just like Luba to get a bit further into Strictly, though.
Yeah.
She's Santa. She can't. Dancing the Foxtrot and bringing that cottagecore aesthetic to prime time, it's JJ Chalmers and his partner Amy. So Amish. Like, I didn't think...
It was.
It was very Mennonite.
I
Very wholemeal.
I didn't think I thought the film was about the cowboys and the shooting, not the churning
Not the modest dress.
buttermilk
Yes.
and dressing
But-
modestly.
Ellie, you need to remember,
I'm-
JJ and Amy are the wholesome couple this year. Everything they're going to do is so wholesome.
It was really
I-
wholesome, and it was just a really nice...
It was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it was
Amy,
nice.
Amy does tend to manage to get less themed than other people.
No, we say that. Remember last year with Stranger Things?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
gosh,
and
yes.
Kung Fu Panda. She got really... I think she got it so badly last year, they've let her off this year.
Yes.
The-
Oh, did you see Karim on the Friday panel?
Yes.
No, I missed it, sadly.
He
I-
read the room wrong,
Yes, he
Oh.
didn't get that everybody loves Caroline.
Caroline.
Oh
Oh
dear.
dear. Well, to be fair, he is a small child.
He's not had any party Latin yet, has he?
No, he's only
Although
at
he
the
did
patio.
have the hat, the jaunty hat.
That's not.
could just-
That's not a party. Anne.
Well, if he throws it into the
lockdown,
crowd
Anne.
like Sir Hat, then yeah, he's got the party.
What crowd?
I know.
The dancers
I
to
know
the
it's
left.
lockdown now, but that's
Yes.
still not a party.
It was nice for the first time in 18 years hearing the crew give it laldi. That was
Oh.
very fun.
Yeah. I mean, I really can't say much about this dance, except that it was nice. I enjoyed it.
I won't be watching it back, but it was
No.
really nice.
And it seemed even nicer compared to everything else that followed. But
Yeah.
it was just nice.
Yeah.
And I still think I've seen that dress on the Mennonite YouTube channels that YouTube keeps trying to make me watch.
Very, very, very dubious. I'm just not going to watch it back. But just being a recognisable routine made it
Yeah.
in the top 25% this
It was
week.
almost a dance-themed dance, wasn't it?
Yeah. And it was movie. It was an actual movie,
Yes.
and it had actual dance content in it, and it was recognisable dance content.
So thank you, Amy. We wish we
Yeah.
liked it more. Dancing a cha-cha that did to Shakespeare what Cats the movie did to the poems of T.S. Eliot. It's Harvey and his it's Hervey and his partner Jeanette.
Yeet him! Yeet him!
I almost felt
God.
sorry for him in the chin beard. Oh, Mo.
When he was coming down the stairs at the beginning when they were doing like and here's our couples thing, he looked like he was dying.
Yes.
Of possibly embarrassment.
He's sold his soul now. He's just got to do it.
Oh yeah.
Just like, you're on the ride, Hervey. Stop complaining.
You can't say no meo to that, or I don't know. It was a big no for me. The whole thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't, like, I found it so visually upsetting. But it's
Yeah.
not even the most visually upsetting thing that
No.
And I know,
also-
Shirley went on and on and on about the cha-cha content. Watching it back, there weren't that many recognisable cha-cha steps. There were some checks in there, there was some basic, but it wasn't like a proper cha-cha routine like she made it sound like it was.
Shall
No,
I...
I got the impression that she thought it needed more cha-cha content.
Shall I tell
when she
you
was
who
listing
did
it.
a really good, fun, entertaining cha-cha routine that was really well technically executed and bang full of content? Kara in Lithuania dancing to Think About Things.
Yay.
I put it in the Keep Dancing Pod Twitter feed if you want to scroll back, or I'll link it in the show notes or something. But yeah, that's how you do a sort of a funny dance, but also make it full of content. And it was like over 2 minutes long as
I
well.
know, yeah.
I mean, I think that says a lot about that particular dance that we're now talking about an entirely different Strictly.
Yeah. I have gone to Lithuania to avoid talking about Hervey.
It was...
Did we have to go through the AR Garden Gate like 3 times?
Well, this is why I think they think
hate the AR.
They think the AR is a special treat because
It's
Maisie
not.
got it and Hervey got it.
Maybe because it's not a recognisable movie that everyone's
Yeah.
seen. Maybe they had to set the scene.
I feel like you have to have had kids to really know what No Meo
And it's not even...
was.
I mean, when was that released? Was that even recent?
It was a few years ago. I vaguely
Last
remember
10
hearing
years.
about it,
I
but
can't remember Mark Commode crying about it.
Right.
So like that doesn't like it is it hasn't registered with me as being a film that existed.
it
It was
was...
2011.
Oh, God.
So it's ancient.
Oh God,
It's actually
was Harvey
really
even
ancient.
The target audience weren't born.
Yeah.
born? Was Harvey even born?
No, this cha-cha, it was fine, but when it ended, I was like, oh, that's it. Like, I was kind of like willing myself through it by the end of it. I'm just like, just let it end.
Yeah.
You just
I'm glad we didn't
This-
have to
this-
see it again.
This partnership and the choreography just doesn't excite me, and that's the other thing. At least Maisie, like I said, it's intense, but there's something there. With Harvey, it's just meh.
With Maisie, right, she is putting so much energy onto it that she's always slightly on the edge of messing it up. But with Hervey, like, I care so little about his story. I don't know where he's come from. I don't know where he's going.
Oh, God, Nitro.
Dancing the Foxtrot. She's a dream girl. She'll make your dreams come true as long as they're specifically Foxtrot related. It's Ranveer Singh and her partner Giovanni. I couldn't write a joke for this one because it's just like it was really nice.
It was a cinnamon roll of a dance.
But this is the fascinating thing about what Emily said about teaching, because bear in mind, Ranveer said at the start she missed an entire day of training, and she still did that. Imagine if she had like Kevin or AJ or Anton. It makes you question,
Oh, God.
what's Giovanni doing, which no one else is? Because even in their VT, stop it.
Teaching them.
Even in their VT, we had Giovanni explaining proper Foxtrot technique, and I
Yes.
was really happy about that. I was like, oh my God, something properly dance related in VT. This is new.
Gio might be the best actual teacher out of the male pros.
Yes, if we
Yeah.
look back, like Michelle had fantastic. Well, remember Michelle's Foxtrot last year? That was
Patcher.
incredible.
Yes.
Like,
Patcher and Gio, I think.
yeah, Gio's partners always have very solid basic frame and technique. So I think from a teacher's point of view, they are the strongest because they focus on the technique rather than the show side of it. For Gio, he adds that in at the end, which is what you should do.
Yeah.
Yes.
But the only thing I didn't like about this performance was, I know because it's Dreamgirls, the wig was like that, but it did look like a Lego block was on her head.
It
It looked very plasticky.
Yeah.
It was not the worst wig of the night.
No, but
No,
still.
that is coming. It was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was so pleased with the results, as she should be, because it was lovely. And
And it's one of the
well
most
deserved.
classic Foxtrots on our circuit as well. Like, it's such a great song. So, like, it was all just going her favour.
Yeah.
And then...
Although, again,
I
musical.
can't. Sorry. I can't wait to find out what she's going to turn into next week. Because she seems to have turned into the wardrobe and hair and makeup chameleon.
She's getting a cha-cha.
Yeah.
So she's going to be not favourably compared with Maisie.
No.
And we'll have to wait for tunes on Tuesday. I can't wait.
Yes.
Have we got any more on Ranveer?
I think they're doing what Alex and Neil were doing last year, that if people are going to talk about them being a thing, they're purposely going to play it up for fun. That's what it feels like now.
I am bored, and this is fun. Dancing the Charleston, and I didn't realise the Disney live-action Hercules remake was going to be a low-budget adult film. Oh, it's Jamie Lang and his partner Karen.
Oh, God.
So many cursed wigs. So many cursed wigs. What item did Karen, like, do to just inherit these cursed wigs? I feel like she opened the wrong box, or I don't know, but they're cursed.
No, Meg, she signed the wrong line in the terms and conditions on her contract, because every year she has the worst wigs.
Yeah.
Do you remember her Charleston wig with Charles Venn?
Is that the one that fell off?
No, that was the one where it actually looked like a plastic, like, bowl cut on her head.
Oh, yes. That was terrible.
Yes.
Yes. Oh,
It was her.
gosh.
It was her George and Samba wig that came off last year, and so she threw it on the camera. It's like,
Yeah.
sod it. But this, no.
Must we talk about it?
recognisably a Charleston?
The steps
No.
you were doing were kind of Charleston-y, but kind of.
The execution wasn't there.
Yeah, thank you. I was going to say a worse word.
That would have got you boinged.
Yeah.
He was trying. He was really trying.
very
He's
trying.
very trying.
He's extremely trying. I mean, he could have been doing fantastic Charleston steps, and no one would have known, because that flappy skirt apron thing
Peplum.
was just. And the wig.
And they hadn't quite worked out how he was going to put Karen down.
Yep.
Yeah, he almost
Yes.
yeeted her. That was unfortunate.
Oh dear. Involuntary pushing.
Also, I think I've got biceps bigger, but
Yeah, oh, bless you, Jamie, for doing a gun show and, well, try. Bless you for trying. Bless you for trying.
Like I said, he gave it a good go. He had some swivel at the start, to be fair. I went, oh, this has promise, and then it just slowly disintegrated like a sandcastle when the waves come in. But it had promise.
Yeah.
at
I'm
least
just
we
glad.
didn't have to see it a second time.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Because
yes.
I think 2 dance-offs in a row early on would probably have just ruined the fun of it for him. So as long as he
Yes.
can
Yeah.
keep, as long as he can keep just, because there's always got to be somebody who tries hard and like gives of themselves to keep
Yeah.
the series going,
Yes.
and it may as well be Jamie.
I mean, I will not say that he is not trying to do his best. It's just that his best is not very good.
Yeah,
Yep. Definitely.
bless him.
He's definitely our trier.
Yeah, everybody's got to try. Is there a reason why Karen wasn't Megara? Is Megara just not in the Zero to Hero bit of film?
No, well, basically Hercules isn't really.
No.
Oh, right.
It's the Muses and
Yeah.
like Vase of ours, and intercut with like Hercules doing heroic
Feats of
things,
strength.
working his way up. Yeah,
Oh.
cleaning out the stables, etc.,
The
etc.
Augean stables, cutting the Gordian knot.
Not.
Dancing a Tango, and does Aliash know the Moulin Rouge isn't famous for its agricultural heritage? It's Clara Amfo and her partner Aliash.
Well, that was certainly a sexier Zidler than Jim Broadbent.
I just couldn't
But
get
that's
over.
all I'm prepared to say.
I just couldn't get over how her dress, from the waist down, was just a carbon copy of Emma Weymouth's Samba dress. Same colour, same slit, same ruffles on it, same pink belt. I was like, have they just taken the same dress off Emma and just stretched it over Cara's hips?
When Vicky Gill did the item on It Takes Two, it did seem like Clara's costume was still very much in flux, like to the point where I wondered if it was wise that they'd brought it.
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, yes, it's the song from the movie, and it is actually a movie, etc., etc. But I felt like it was a bit weird that she was dressed as the music video, not anything from the actual movie. Like a nice can-can skirt. There were loads of really good, like, themed, like, can-can girls in the Moulin Rouge, you know? So I'm not entirely sure why we ended up with kind of weirdly Christina Aguilera.
Maybe Clara specifically asked for that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I did think that.
It seems like all of the pop stands rallied round and we've got Clara through for another week. And
Yes.
such a massive sigh of relief when it turned out she was through. Just
Yes.
oof.
God,
Yeah,
she's so
I'm-
stressed when they're calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying how stressed she looks when she's waiting for her name, because you can see how much it really does mean to her, and we just want her to do well and succeed. And yeah, well, from the minute they said it's Moulin Rouge and it was this song, I was like, well, that's a cha-cha, not a tango, so they've done her up with the wrong dance for this, because the cowbell in that song is honking the cha-cha beat at you. It's so obvious. But I think they did a very good job, and just sidebar, I really liked Clara's headpiece. I wouldn't mind wearing that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just something for the shops, you know.
Well, if you save your pennies up, you might be able to buy it at the end of the season if Clara hasn't beaten you to it.
Clara's going to buy all of her outfits. Let's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
be kidding ourselves.
At least her outfit didn't fall apart or snag her like
No.
last
There was
week.
no
That would have
Chekhov's
just
tool.
been too much.
But like, so she wasn't sabotaged by her outfit this time. She was just sabotaged by the song
song.
and the theming.
Theming.
Stop sabotaging, Clara!
Yeah.
I just want her to have a nice dance to a nice song in a nice costume next week.
I think it's now being
Can
set
we
up
just
to
have
be have a.
that?
I think next week she's gonna get like a waltz or a foxtrot, because she's had the cha-cha, which is quite fun and flirty. She's had the Viennese, which is quite dark. Now she's had this sort of like sultry tango. Yeah, it's time for a really elegant,
Yeah.
waltz or foxtrot.
But not a dignity and a nice frock exit.
No,
No.
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 No, 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 no.
No.
Dignity, nice frocking
just-
top of the leaderboard.
Yes.
Go on!
Fun.
We couldn't put it off any longer. Dancing a couple's choice and giving us all nightmares for years to come, it's Max Wanted and his partner Diane. Why?
Can this section just be me screaming silently? Like,
I mean,
everything was horrifying.
the
dancing was
the
horrifying.
leading rule of cosplay is if you've had to paint your skin, you've done it wrong.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're like,
Doing Avatar or something.
Mystique from X-Men.
But
It was all a bit specialist, wasn't it?
this routine got to the point where I wasn't even noticing the face paints. I was like, what is this routine? Like, there's there's no story. There's sort of like wandering around the floor. There's now some really phoned in street dance moves of side arm, twirl on the knee. It's like, where's the conviction in this? Now they've got giant... Can they stop giving Diane couple's choice? Because all three of them have just made me go, what?
It was almost like a couple's choice jigsaw puzzle. But they'd got all the bits in the wrong place.
It was a series of really cool TikToks.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
But it was but it wasn't the format that we needed.
It was trying to recreate the opening of The Simpsons. And
is that what they were going for?
It veered randomly off, and then there were giant donuts, and I don't know, it was horrible.
Sometimes what Diane needs...
And then there was an upskirt, which I didn't need.
Sometimes what Diane needs is maybe an editor, because she has maybe 20% more good ideas than she needs. And if she just basically took it down to like the appropriate number of good ideas per routine and really expressed them all, the outcome would be better.
Yeah, it reminded me so much of Joe's couple's choice. Was like, there's so much going on here, and it's all a bit stupid. There's no clarity, and I'm not sure if I'm having fun. And that's the thing. Craig was like, you either love it or you hate it. It's like, I just don't understand it, so I can't even comment if I love it or hate it, because I just don't know what happened for 2 minutes. And then Max played Diane's leg like a trumpet, which is just
my god! I'd forgotten about that.
What?
I've clipped that as a GIF if anybody wants it.
No!
I mean, the most impressive part of that was when Max lassoed her and Diane went right up onto the tip of her foot, almost like a ballet dancer, and rolled back. That was really impressive. She got onto her balance like that. I was like, that was quite cool free shot of that. The rest of it, nah.
Yeah, but she's the pro.
I know, but I was still impressed by her in that sense. I need something.
Yeah.
I need to take something away from this routine because...
I just don't know that this was Max's fantasy.
Is it anyone's?
I hope it wasn't.
And then, like you said... You had this really nice VT where he had his nan and his dad and his other half and the kids, and then they went into that. And it's not even like, oh, her kids love The Simpsons, so I'm doing it dedicated to them. And then when Shirley said that she was a massive Simpsons fan, it's like, I can't imagine Shirley Ballas sat down with her tea watching The Simpsons.
With a rotisserie chicken and The Simpsons.
It's been 16 years since the last good episode of The Simpsons.
It really has.
Yeah.
Well... I mean, that happened, and we can't go back.
Nope.
Thanks, I hated it.
Dancing the Passadoble and proving that all you need for a movie is a girl and a guitar. It's Bill Bailey and his partner, Oti.
There is a live guitar solo in this.
I know, it's brilliant.
I mean, why not?
What? Yeah.
And he had
It added to the
OT
drama.
Strapping him to a thing clearly paid off.
I like how he's decided that he's just going to be good now and like act as if everybody on Strictly is being weird and he's doing the perfectly normal thing.
Yeah.
I just love how he's so solid and good, but every routine clearly has that clear indication that it's Bill Bailey. Like, it's serious and it was a proper passo, but it still felt like this is something Bill Bailey would have wanted to do. And I think that is brilliant. The only thing I didn't like was when he was out of hold, his arms just looked a bit like... I'm not sure, they just looked a bit weird for me. But, again, I think because no one had any expectations of him, he's just gone, well, I'm just going to have fun with it. And if I turn out to be good, I turn out to be good. And that's what's happened.
Yeah. And
I think also you can't not start to become slightly better with OT.
Yeah, like we were saying
that's
that
true.
Gio's one of the best teachers on the gents side. OT's probably one of the best teachers on the ladies side.
I would love to have a lesson with OT just to see how her brain works teaching wise, because it's fascinating what she gets out of people.
Well, she's got a dance school, so
Yeah.
when this is all over, you can.
I did one of those like summer day dance workout classes with her, and she just doesn't let you stop. But you're just like, yes, Oti.
I'm dying, Oti, but this is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Well, this couple is definitely my little boy's favourite, mainly because Oti's on CBeebies, doing her boogie beebies, and Bill was born 7 miles from my house. So he's like the local celebrity. So he's like obsessed. When we have the credits come on, he pretends to be Bill. And he like throws himself across the lounge floor and then kind of puts his arms up like, huh?
Mine and Emily's nephew has Bill and Oti as his favourite as well.
I think my mum has Bill and Oti as her favourite.
Ah,
Just
I shall
taking,
check with my mother.
just taking
back-to-back
all the
winners.
demographics. But it's...
I would like to clarify, I only have one BBC account.
Okay.
We have had this discussion earlier, and I would just like to clarify, I only have one BBC account, and I am not casting 6 million other votes for Bill.
There don't need to be any electoral irregularities because I think Bill and Oti have got I think they're fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just... It's just when, obviously, I don't think Bill and Oti are ever closing the show again, just because Claudia nearly didn't get through her final segment reading out the T's and C's because of their dancing next to them. Like, she just nearly broke
that was so
complete
funny.
professionalism. I mean, it was brilliant, and I watched that again and again and again. it's
Craig,
always
though, with
Oti, because the highlight of last series was, well done, and Oti just went, we haven't got our marks yet.
It's just really nice to see Oti having a good time.
It's brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I need to see these TikToks as well because I think
Am I going to have to get TikTok to see these? I probably am.
I had it and I deleted it and I had it and I deleted it. I'm gonna have to have a look again, aren't I?
I'm very old.
I know. Me too. But if Bill Bailey can go on TikTok, largely against his will, so can we. So that was Movies Week. Sometimes we wish they wouldn't.
Many times we wish they would.
Many, yes.
But I was so entertained. Like, sometimes, like, feelings are hard to come by, and this gave me quite a lot of them. It gave me feelings of adorability, feelings of disgust, feelings of pride.
Feelings of wanting to puke over a sofa.
And I don't miss Bruno. It feels really weird when he
No.
shows up on Sunday. I don't miss him
Why-
at all.
Why does he show up on Sunday? It brings
Because
nothing.
if he didn't show up
to
on Sunday, they would have...
contractually,
Yeah,
they
would
won't
have.
pay him
They
yet
would
again.
probably have replaced him, and he doesn't
Yeah.
want to lose his seat forever.
nope.
Yeah,
But
Yes.
like I said, just draft an Ian Waite instead. He'd be great as a judge.
Oh, he would.
Yes.
And he's not doing anything on a Saturday night. None of us are.
No,
It's just... So what have we got? We've only got one more theme week now, musicals, since we don't have Halloween.
oh, I'm sure they'll find something else to throw in there.
And there's no Blackpool.
And no Blackpool.
Oh, surely we can just have a spectacular night. Anyway, Bill and
Yes.
Oti are doing Couple's Choice next week.
Oh my god, Street Couple's Choice.
To Rapper's Delight, I feel like it's a high tariff manoeuvre. I'll be impressed to see if they can pull it off.
As long as it's better than Get Ready to Rumble.
Yeah.
It will be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Oti's in the room, so at least it's not going to like actually be racist. So we'll be
Yes.
Yeah.
hopefully. Okay, let's do some admin. Hang on, I already did the draw. Let me find it out. The winner of the Strictly Tea Towel giveaway is Strictly Cad. We'll be DMing you and getting in contact to arrange delivery of your prize.
Woo!
And the other bit of admin. If you want to take part in this week's Strictly Tea Towel giveaway, send us a dancing lady emoji on Twitter or Facebook or wherever. Just send us a dancing lady emoji and we'll enter you into the draw. The other bit of admin is Frock of the Week. Now, I wonder who could possibly be Frock of the Week this week. Elliot.
Oh, it's no contest. Ranveer, that dress was gorgeous.
Meg.
Yeah. Ranveer.
Anne.
It was a dance-themed dance. It's Ranveer.
Ranveer, the first ever, I think, unanimous Frock of the Week awarded to Ranveer.
Yay!
Before we go, though, I've been in touch with Rob from Entertainment Odds, and you know how we love a spreadsheet?
Yes.
You, the listener, can help participate in the unofficial exit poll. So if you go to entertainmentodds.com polls strictly, or follow Entertain Odds on Twitter, Rob will be posting the exit poll immediately after the dancers every Saturday night. And he basically just wants you to say who you voted for. So vote, and then go tell Rob who you voted for, and that will enable some interesting data processing to be done to maybe try and work out what the public vote was like.
Interesting.
So that was another episode of the Keep Dancing podcast. And all that's left is to say, goodbye, Elliot.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Anne.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Meg.
Goodbye.
And goodbye to you all at home as well. Keep dancing.